I've been doing these things. And that's a way to start to kind of expand your network and get introduced to what they do.
Fire.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
I like it. So I'm gonna ask you a question. You know, what type of personality do you have when it comes to
You
like?
can't tell already.
No. When it comes to like work though, right? Because a lot of times, like when I strayed away from jobs where it was like too much of a big team, right? And I'm too much of a big team because I'm like an overworker, right? I end up a lot of times doing my fucking job, and then if somebody's slacking, I'm doing their job, and I'm helping out so much, right? But I feel like a lot of the times when the team fails, I feel like not defeated, but I get angry because I'm like, if you was just doing you know what I mean? If you was just doing your, sometimes I like to work on my own because it's like a lot of people don't share in my work ethic. They don't share in it, right? So sometimes I feel like when you with a big team, right? People know if you're an overachiever and they kind of like lay on. They're like, because Danisha, she ain't gonna want her name smeared, so she gonna pick up this work and do. You know what I mean? So how do you feel about situations? That's why I asked you, like, how do you feel about situations like that? Like, you know, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. So I hear you in that. You know yourself and you know where you work best. I do believe part of my purpose is to motivate and bring people along for the vision, to get them motivated to do the thing. I'm not saying it's easy. There are times when I have felt like, I'm really carrying the weight here. But I just don't stop there. I think my responsibility to my team is to come back and say, hey, I feel like right now I'm doing 70%. I really would love if you could take this on, because that gives them accountability, and people want to be accountable for things. Sometimes they lose their way. So it's re-engaging them and getting them reinvigorated to be accountable to the deliverable for the entire team. And I think that's how I do it, because I do like to, and I'm being choiceful with my words because I'm working on this. I like to work. I'm not even gonna hold you. Work in the fact that like coming up with the vision and a strategy and seeing the idea come to life. And again, getting a client to buy off on it and believe in the same thing, all that energizes me. But I have to know my limits, and, you know, I need to let other people be part of that vision. So it can't just be like, I love to do it so much, I'm going to hoard it. No, I need to have a community mindset, because if we win, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that answer. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but my kids will tell you, listen, if you were to ask them, they'd be like, she work all the time.
Right.
Talk about it.
So I'm saying I'm not gonna hold you. I do like to do that, but it's not who I am. It's not my identity, you know. So I think
it's a value system that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just feel like I'm doing all of these fucking things. And yes, the team is dope and this and that, but sometimes you feel slighted, right? Because we're so talented. It's like, yo, I'm doing all of these things, but I'm getting paid this, but I'm doing his job, I'm doing her job. And then when that negativity come, then we all sharing it equally, but we didn't share the workload equally. Like that's the part that like,
and that's where that self-advocacy comes in though. Like, hey, manager, boss, person above, like this is where we are. This is where I'm seeing some gaps are. I need you to help me figure out how to navigate these gaps. Here are a couple ideas I have, but you know, anything else you can help bring to the table so we can navigate this right. I think self-advocacy goes along with that self-confidence that you were mentioning earlier, because that's a part of it. You can't just not raise the flag. That is one thing corporate will teach you real quick. Like, everybody is accountable, and you know, the people in leadership, they love to hear the wins, but they also have to hear we got a problem on aisle 6 and I need some help.
That's real. But also coming from somebody that's in the advertising space too, bro. Like the best way to show that your leadership is knowing people's strengths and skills and being able to help them and put them in the right position to help them win. Right? So if we lose, it's on me for not seeing. Like, so you saying like, yo, I'm gonna do your job and do your job. I'm not going to do your job.
No,
I'm going to get you to help me on my stuff or whatever our stuff is. If I know that you're really good.